Children, we have learned so many letters till now. Let's have a recap of what all letters we have learned so far. Alright. The learning objectives of the activity are to recite letters A to Z, to develop literacy skills, to enhance vocabulary development, and to enhance thinking skills. The resources that are needed for the activity are flashcards of letters A to I and the rhyme lyrics. Children, we will begin with our session with the oral recitation of alphabets A to Z. Will you sing the alphabet song with me? Let's do it together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Very good, children. You enjoyed, right? Now, we will have a quick recap of letters A to I. I have few flashcards for you over here for all these letters. Let's begin recap with one by one flashcard. The first flashcard is of letter A. That's right. And the letter and character friend of letter A is Annie Apple. Apple. The next flashcard is of letter B. That's right. And the letter and character friend of letter B is Bouncy Ben. Bus. The next flashcard is of letter C. Yes. And the letter and character friend of letter C is Clever Cat. Car. The next flashcard is of letter D. Yes. And the letter and character friend of letter D is Dippy Duck. Dog. Duck. The next flashcard is of letter E. Very good. Elephant. Egg. The letter and character friend of letter E is Eddie Elephant. The next flashcard is of letter F. Yes. And the letter and character friend of letter F is Firefighter Fred. Fan. Fire. The next flashcard is of letter G. Yes. And the letter and character friend of letter G is Golden Girl. Goat. Girl. The next flashcard is of letter H. Yes, children. And the letter and character friend of letter H is Harry Hatman. Hat. The next flashcard is of letter I. Very good. And the letter and character friend of letter I is Impy Ink. Ink. Now we will recap the phonics sound and action trick of letters A to I. The first picture is of letter A with the phonics sound of and action trick is bite an imaginary apple. The next picture is of letter B with the phonic sound of B. And action trick, shoot your arms up through your ears and wiggle them. The next picture is of letter C with the action trick, stroke whiskers across your cheeks. The phonic sound of letter C is K. The next picture is of letter D. The phonic sound of letter D is D. With action trick, flap your elbows like a waddling duck. The next picture is of letter E. The phonic sound of letter E is E. With the action trick of spread out your hands behind your ears and flap like elephant ears. The next picture is of letter F. The phonic sound for letter F is F. With the action trick, hold and direct the imaginary hose towards the fire. The next picture is of letter G. The phonic sound of letter G is G. G. With the action trick, a mime holding tipped glass of grape juice in glug glug position. The next picture is of letter H. The phonic sound of letter H is H. And the action trick is breathe onto hand in front of the mouth or put an imaginary hat on. The next picture is of letter I. The phonic sound that letter I makes is E. And the action trick is touch your fingers to your thumb on the same hand as if sticky with ink and make an icky face. Children, now we will listen to the wonderful rhymes of these letters A to I. The first rhyme is for letter A. Annie apple, she says eh, she says eh, she says eh. Annie apple, she says eh, she belongs to Mr. A. Isn't it interesting? Now let's listen to the next rhyme. Bouncy Ben says B in words. Bouncy Ben says B in words. Bouncy Ben says B in words before he bounces home. Yay! Now the next rhyme is clever cat. Clever cat says k in words, k in words, k in words. Clever cat says k in words and cuddles close to me. She also makes another sound, another sound, another sound. She also makes another sound. Just you wait and see. Very good, children. Now let's listen to the next rhyme. I will first sing, and you, if you know and remember the rhyme, you can sing along with me. Okay? Dippy duck, we never hear a quack. She says duck, duck instead. The little duck dips and dives about, and the water drips over her head. Yay! Now, the next rhyme is of letter E. Here comes Eddie Elephant to talk to you and me. He just says eh, he just says eh, he belongs to Mr. E. Wonderful. Now the next rhyme is of Firefighter Fred. Listen carefully, children, okay? Firefighter Fred goes Firefighter Fred, Firefighter Fred, Firefighter Fred goes fighting fires with foam. Wow! Now the next rhyme is of Golden Girl. Golden Girl says G inwards, G inwards, G inwards. Golden Girl says G inwards, giggling merrily. Her girlfriend makes another sound, another sound, another sound. Her girlfriend makes another sound. Just you wait and see. Yay! Now the next rhyme is of Harry Hatman. Harry Hatman whispers, whispers, whispers. Harry Hatman whispers. He never talks out loud. The next rhyme is of Impy Ink. Impy Ink says inwards, inwards, inwards. Impy Ink says inwards, belongs to Mr. I. That is really wonderful, children. I really liked singing those rhymes for you, and I hope you enjoyed. So children, I hope you enjoyed the rhymes and you practice them at home. Now we will play a very interesting game of I Spy. I have some objects over here which begin with letter A to letter I. I'm going to give you some clues and you have to identify those clues and find the objects at your home or your surroundings. Alright, so let's begin with the game. I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter A and it's a fruit. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter B and it's a round object which children like to play with. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with the letter C and we use it to sit and go around places. It has 4 wheels and it runs on the road. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter D and it's very beautiful. Children like to play with that. It begins with letter D. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter E and we use it to post letters. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter F and when switched it on, it gives cool air. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter G. It's also a fruit and it's sweet and sour and it comes in different colors as well. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter H and it's a body part. We can use that body part to hold objects or also to eat our food. Next, I spy with my little eye something that begins with letter I and it's found in open areas around our house, in the garden, and it's green in color. It's an insect. Alright. So, I hope you enjoyed this activity and identify the objects and let me know. Alright. Thank you.